you order a project. What is the things that doesn't work right now that a professional, right? They go, oh, no, I want to be the professional that solves this problem. What is the dynamic that doesn't work right now?
Yeah, it's a great question, William. I think for us, where we see this change in the world and where our folks that work with us are seeing this change in the world is in the flexibility to be able to adapt or pivot quickly to changing market needs, right? So I'll use the employee version of, hey, I yesterday I was working with this customer doing this thing. Well, hey, today they've changed their mind. They have to be able to do something different. Can I understand how that shift happens, right? Going back to the context around what the business actually needs. And for companies, the reason that we created Tango Teams and the reason that we feel we've really empowered our teams around it to serve this market is we saw this shift, right? When COVID happened, there was this shift for these companies, like I mentioned earlier, had this 3 or 5 year plan, right? Yeah, we're going to move to digital. We've got some ideas. We're going to do some more surveys. We're going to have this maybe an e-commerce solution that's more robust by the end of 2026. Everything's going to be okay. Well, those dramatically shifted. And what happened was many of those companies were working with software consulting companies, right? They were working on that 3 or 5 year plan to slowly get there. But what happened was when COVID hit, all of those priorities went out the window. The thing that was maybe priority number 9 was now priority number 1, right? And those companies had contracts and they had structure and they had plans that didn't allow them to change with the companies they were working for. So those consulting companies had to go back and say, hey, we built this concept and this roadmap and this plan and this legal contract for a set of work that we're going to do. If you want to change that, we're going to need to go back and do a big change order. We need to go rescope what that work looks like. And 6 months later, they're starting that work, right? Well, you've lost 6 months of time in COVID. And meanwhile, if you're in the retail industry, there's, 4,000 new Shopify stores in that span of time that have taken a big piece of your market, and you've lost out on a big piece of what success would have been for you. So what we did is we looked at that market specifically and said, hold on, there's a different way to look at this. What if you didn't have to do that, right? What if you could actually get off what we refer to as the change order merry-go-round, not going back and forth, not having conversations about the actual work to be done, but rather, should we do this, or who's going to do that, or what's the budget for this? No, what I need is I need a team. I need experts in this space that I can start tomorrow that can change with me. If I change my priorities in 2 months, great. You're the experts. Like Eric mentioned earlier, they have the context. They've got the solution. They understand what needs to be done. Great. Help us understand what the next most important thing is. And let's do it tomorrow, right? We are an organization that's flexible in that way. You understand how you pay for this service. You understand what it means to you. You know the experts that you have and how we create value. Shift us. The priority changes, we change too tomorrow. It's really that simple. It's the same way that we think about our internal business. That's the value that we create for customers.